It's really difficult to explain to anyone really what it's like to jump into ministry. I think people think that you go on a website, you apply, next week you're hired, and I'm sure there's those stories, but for the vast majority of people that I know, it's always a roller coaster. It's never super fun. It is messy. And we have this awesome family that we consider our family. They're just super fun to be around and super in love with the Lord, super in love with everything that has to do with Him. And we just had this idea of, man, to them, the experience is fresh.
Yeah.
So I want them to share it. You're uncomfortable? Well, you're stuck with us. So. We can't be friends unless you finish this recording.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. How's it going?
Great.
Because you've been in full-time ministry officially for a month?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Just finished my 3 week, my third week.
I can think. I'm talking to them like I've been with them for a couple hours now. You don't know who they are. So this is my friend Justin, Candace. So where are we right now? For how long have you guys been married? Do you have kids?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Been married 13 years, together 15 years. We have 3 beautiful children, all growing up, teenage and adult ages. You want to add anything?
We are in our beautiful home that the Lord blessed us with.
Yes, we bought our first home right before jumping into ministry, which was a bit of a scare and challenge.
Yeah.
We were new homeowners for all of 2.5 months. And God said, I need you.
Yeah.
But, yep, it wasn't, hey, there's all this money in the budget for church.
Yeah.
Would you like to get to take all of this
Yeah.
and solve your mortgage? No, that's not what happened.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like bullet points. What happened to you?
Okay.
What's the chaos you brought home?
Yeah, the steps of faith.
Okay, so the steps of faith. I felt called into ministry about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
I got super excited and I was ready to do it. Let's do it. Let's get on board with it. God said, no, you accept it. Now you need to wait. Convicted me, worked on me, softened my heart because I was a very hard-hearted individual. And in that period of time, like, God made me relive some of the most traumatic things I've ever experienced in my life. And now I'm a man that cries pretty regularly. And that's not who I was. Who I was before. The only time I'd ever remember crying other than getting hurt when I was a little boy was when we lost our oldest son. So God worked on me and He saw the difference. And then I started showing the difference and started showing the improvements. And this past October, we were at church and they were having a sermon on serving. And in the middle of that sermon, I just felt Him touch my shoulder and He said, son, it is time. I need you. And I said, okay, what does that mean? What does that look like? Because, I've been working with you guys and y'all been training me and preparing me in the best ways y'all can, but still not knowing where that was going to end me up or I was going to end up being. But I heard it clear. It's time for you to put your notice in. Backstory, I've been in management for 7 years at this automotive shop, making very, very good money. So I did. We came home that Sunday, and God used my wife to solidify what He had told me, because an hour after being home, did you hear what I heard? And confirms exactly what God had just told me. And then we called you guys.
So we were at a different church to witness one of our friends get baptized. Yeah. Hey, Peyton. So,
hey, Peyton.
And I remember the call of like, so what do we do? And I thought it was just encouragement. Like, yeah, just keep praying, whatever. It was way deeper than that. And then they both tell us, well, we felt it, we both heard it, And that's when I remember we switched and we looked at each other like, then why are you asking me?
Like, I think that just means you go do it now,
Like,
right?
when was the
Like,
last
that's
time
the
God
next
spoke to
step.
you, both of you at the same time, and said the same thing?
Yeah.
It was a really funny, wholesome moment. But I mean, on our side, we're filled with joy and happiness, but obviously we're not wearing your shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm sure in that moment you're feeling all that plus the anxiety and the fear, and this is scary. Like, and also, you guys have a kid and a mortgage, like
Yeah.
a kid that still lives here, and like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
How is that for you, Candace? Of like, you heard the thing too, and now it's like you're supporting him and like walking into that. How did that feel for you?
I think it was very nerve-wracking and exciting. It was kind of like being on a roller coaster. Like, you're like, oh crap, oh crap. you know?
That's such a good
It
explanation.
really was, because
I don't
like,
think I make that sound when I'm really. That's funny.
Ride more roller
I
coasters.
promise you, she doesn't make that sound either. It's more of a.
I love it.
but yeah, because like, we said we just moved in this house last year, and this property is something that we never ever imagined in our wildest dreams that God would bless us with. And he just made it work out. Like, he made it work out in our budget, and it's way better than any of the other stuff we looked at. It's on a whole other level. And so I think that he used that to really speak into me, like, I'm gonna provide for you guys.
Yeah.
I can turn water into wine. I know how to do this for you. So just trust me, And so at first it was very exciting living the day to day. There were lots of days that I was just trusting the Lord. And then there were lots of days that I was calling Angel like, we're not going to make it,
I can confirm that. That did happen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You didn't know you were a speaker. I heard him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I think I remember when we had a tragedy in our family, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And all I said was, "I'm waiting for that moment in the movies where everything fades to black, and then it shows the little subtitle that goes, okay, 5 years later." And I'm just waiting for that to happen. Like, I don't want the in between, because they don't show you that. Like, share as much as you can, respecting your privacy in marriage, but like, how low were the lows when you don't know how long it's going to take to see God's response? Because you don't know if it's going to be 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah. So
5 days.
5 days.
At first it was, okay, I agreed. We had this conversation with you guys that Sunday. That evening, I told Candace I needed a moment to myself. And what it was, I needed a moment alone with God. And I was like, Father, I trust you. Fully entrust you. I want to be obedient of you. I want to be within your heart, doing your heart. So whatever that looks like. And I agreed with my job to put a month and a half notice in, ended up drawing it out to 2 months. I ended my work December 3rd. All through that period of time, I felt like I was being severely attacked by the enemy. Questioning my faith, questioning whether or not he was going to provide, questioning, we had days that I worked 17 hours, and I'd go in at 6 o'clock in the morning and not get home until 9 o'clock at night. And it was intense, very intense. And I just kept telling myself, on the other side of this is going to be glory. Then work ended. The first realization of not getting a paycheck was like, okay, you said you were going to provide. Then the second paycheck doesn't come. And I'm like, where are your provisions, Lord? I'm doing all the things you asked me to do. Where are they? We get about a month and a half into it, and God starts providing. In the weirdest ways. Like, we're talking about something we need to get done for the house, and somehow or another, something on Marketplace comes up free that solves that issue. And yeah, I got to do the physical work of it, but it solves the issue. And then we were probably about 2 months into it, and Candace started to really feel it. And she's like, "You need to be putting your resume out there." And she was like on me, like flies are on turds. Like, you need to be applying for any and all positions. And I'm like, I'm just trying to be obedient of God. And like, I think her fear was making it hard for her to see where that was coming from for a short period of time. And speak up. Correct me.
The hard part also, and I'm sure you can tell me, Candace, how wrong or how right I am in this, is that they're not irrational fears.
Right.
No.
Like, your fears are extremely real. It's like you see the pantry getting emptier and emptier. Like, even if it's full, because like we were talking, you make sure that you have good inventory in your pantry, but you see it less. And it's also, we've said this, like, we don't have kids, so if we have to live off of chips and guac, we'll do it. But you also have a mouth to feed.
Yeah.
We have a child we're feeding, and then like we had a thing where bills were starting to stack, and money doesn't appear out of thin air. And, you know, God, I give you all the glory because it is all yours, and you will find a way. And He has made our budget. I mean, every single budget we wrote, we were in the red, like severely in the red. And He would provide those numbers to work. And then he provided us with, from my old job, I randomly got a $500 end of the year bonus, which when I left them, they said I wasn't going to get my end of year bonus, which is usually substantially more than that. But the fact that he still did something, it helped us.
Can I interrupt right there?
Yeah.
There were like 2 times that God provided money for us to make our budget. But most of the time it was something totally, He was providing the thing, or He was providing a way out of it. So like Justin said, like sometimes we need something and it shows up free on Marketplace, or our friends call us and say, "Hey, we have all this paint. Do you want some?" And then sometimes it was something like, you know, Netflix is included in your monthly phone payment, or you know, and things like that. But at the end of the day, we made it through every time, you know. And so it wasn't always coming from money, though. Is my point. You know?
For sure.
We've literally just been having this conversation of like God's blessings doesn't always look financial. Like as you're in your season of like, we're in a season of fundraising right now. And like, we've been sharing about that. And it doesn't mean that every single provision from the Lord looks like financial provision. Like sometimes it's relational. Sometimes it's just the things that you need. And it's cool to see the intentional ways that the Lord continues to show up, that we might in our flesh be like, it's money. I need money right now. And He's like, actually what you need is this thing. And like, that's the exact thing that He provides. So like, I love that you guys got to see both, like just the intentionality of the Father.
I don't think, I mean, we find a picture and they're okay with it, we'll show it. But on top of everything, your house was not ready for you to just move in and live. Like, so again,
not by any means.
Again, if you're watching this and you're like, especially if you're a parent, you're with your spouse planning, new mortgage, no job, in a house that needs what is the new floor?
It needed new flooring.
Gutters.
Still needs gutters.
Yeah.
Okay, you redid the kitchen, right? Was it the kitchen or the bathroom?
Part of the kitchen. None of the appliances worked. All of our faucets were leaking or broken. So
think of all the friction that comes from the microwave being broken.
The microwave is partially broken right now, so we're praying provisions for that. Honestly,
it's a nice shelf.
Yeah, honestly, right now it is. But you know, when we first moved in here, the dishwasher was broken, the sink was broken, the stove did not work. The water heater was filled with mud. Yeah, so literally the first 3 weeks of living here was almost like living in hell. It was we dreaded coming home, but we were joyful to come home.
Yeah.
But every
Yeah.
time we came home, work wasn't done. We didn't finish
Mhm.
work till 10 o'clock at night every day.
Mhm.
And that's how it was for the first 3 weeks. And there's still stuff that needs to be unpacked, but it's not important stuff. So it's fine. It can sit in boxes for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's really like I don't think I can picture a more realistic way of chaos
Mhm.
because that's realistic. I think and that's real. Like it's not. For the most part, it's not going to be chaos from a tornado came and took everything away. That can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this is a more realistic picture of what the waiting for God to move looks like and taking steps of faith at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I think we talk a lot about the wait. And you guys did, like, we're not even talking right now about all the waiting you did for years of, this is where you're going, but God hasn't said anything yet. So stay where you are, stay put, be honoring to what you have. But when you take those steps of faith, and I mean, I remember when God asked me to fundraise, I hated it. I was like, I don't like this answer. This is not the answer I wanted.
Right.
I wanted the answer that said, you're going to find someone who's going to be your boss and he's going to tell you what the budget is. It's not fun, but we were talking about it in the car, I think on the way here but he's worth it.
Yeah.
Like
so worth it.
We talk about excellence. We were talking a little bit about it during lunch. That all of this pains, because it's pains, it's not fun. Like you think Moses was having fun hearing all the complaining for 40 years? Like that sucked.
Yeah.
But he knows he's worth it. Like he still wants to get to the promised land because he knows that's where God's provision and beauty that he will provide is. But man, 40 days is a lot.
Yeah.
40 days of people you don't like. I'll take 4 hours is already
4 seconds. That's untapped at 4 seconds.
4 seconds and my social battery's drained.
Yeah.
But
I gotta go, guys.
yeah, I'm done. No, but no, I don't know. I constantly think of you guys as an example of perseverance. Because I think it would have been extremely easy and honestly fair, humanly, very fair, for you guys to drop the towel and be like, maybe I didn't hear him well. And I actually don't think that most people have judged you guys for taking a step back and being like, this is not what God said. And I need to provide, so I need to jump ahead to what God is doing. And I have my own kid, basically. Yeah, like good for you guys. This is not easy.
No, but I mean, to be honest, there were times of that.
Yeah.
There were times of doubt. There were times of, and because I called you a few of those times, and I don't know. I didn't know because I've always been a provider. I've always done whatever it took to provide for my family. I was hard on damned if I do, damned if I don't. I will make it happen. Especially when it came to making sure there was food on the table, making sure our bills were paid, to making sure our kids were clothed. And of course, we have a teenager. Y'all know how that is. I want this special clothes. I want this special brand and these shoes and this, that. And I'm like, well, you're going to have to pick one because I can only afford one, and the others you're going to have to deal with whatever we can get.
Yeah. It's only 1 foot.
But even in that, like, we did that and he agreed and didn't give us a whole lot of pushback. And then a few months goes by and we get this bonus and we were able to do so much more for him. And the expression of turning water into wine. I'm going to give you guys a quick example. We got this bonus. Candace got this bonus from her work, and we set aside $150 for Ryan. $100 just for clothes, for him to buy whatever he wanted. Well, he had these certain jeans that were on his bucket list, and these jeans are $60 to $75 at Hollister. And we go to the outlets, and they have almost every single pair. They were all $12.
Whoa!
So he got 3 pairs of jeans and a bunch of other stuff within his $100, and felt like $1,000,000 when he went home. And that's that's to us, it's like God's turning that water into wine and
Mhm.
providing
Mhm.
so much greater than we ever thought.
Yeah.
And like stuff like that happens over and
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I trust in you.
That's so
Whatever
good.
it takes. I
Mhm.
mean, and I will tell you guys, he does not come on your time and he never will.
Mhm.
And the moment you try to push him, go guess what? He's going to make you wait longer.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah. And I think that's such a cool thing too that you guys got to experience, because I feel like this is something that most missionaries experience, is this almost like stripping period. And I feel like for a lot of people it happens when they get to their country that they're going to, that they hit like culture shock, like this, oh my gosh, what have I done? What in the world am I doing? Everything feels so hard right now. And I feel like you guys faced that as you gave your yes. And the Lord is like, cool, love that. We're going to strip some stuff away. We're going to teach you to walk in, what I have for you, but we're going to teach you to walk in this dependence on me in every single area of your life. Because then as you're going out and sharing with people, you're doing it from a place of personal testimony, not just like, believe in the Lord, he's got you. And like, especially like in the ministry you're in now too, of like helping people that, are less food privileged, to like be able to share that, like, walk in faith because God has you. You actually get to share that from a personal testimony. We had to trust the Lord for literally everything in this season. And without him, we would not have made it. But we believe that he has got us. And I love that, like, that's the testimony that you guys get to walk out. And it's like such a fresh one. Because I think too, we can often rely on like past testimonies of like, yeah, 20 years ago, the Lord provided. And it's like, that's cool that he did that for you 20 years ago. And I think people ask like, but is he the same today? And it's like, the Bible says that he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And like in our testimony, we get to share that and show that like he was the same yesterday, 20 years ago when he provided. He's the same today, that he provided all of these things in the past 6 months for me. And I know tomorrow he's going to be the exact same person.
Mhm.
And like, I just love that, as hard as it is to go through that stripping period and that time of just like, man, I have to walk in full dependence and this feels hard. Like, it's so good for us. And I'm just excited for you guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what's I think the greatest reward out of that for me is like I refuse to leave the place of being dependent
Mm-hmm.
on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ministry that he's got me in now, like we're not published as a ministry, but we are for food scarce families. Doesn't matter what county you're in. We can go into that whole spiel later, but yeah, it's a place where I serve and I have an income coming from there, but that income means nothing to me because what he's going to provide is what matters.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he could give me a word of my heart that, okay, this entire check, you need to give it to this cause. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the discipline I learned from this
Mm.
is purely relying on him and his word, because whatever he wants me to do, he's going to use it for the greater good of him. Not only just that, but he's also going to make sure we're taken care of. And in this period, he showed that to all of us in our
Yeah.
family. Like our whole family is more than aware, like God's going to take care of us as long as we're keeping with his heart.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
And
big
it's super rewarding to really know that and feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, it just turned off.
Huh?
The cannon just turned off.
Oh, how?
I don't know. I think that's okay because we have the other one. It's fine.
Okay, perfect. Do you want me to turn off and turn back on real
No,
quick?
it's fine.
Okay.
Sorry. I think so. There's the pressure as the head of the family, as the head of the household. There's the pressure on you that you're the one that's basically just waiting for something to happen and seeing what happens in him through him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's also a lot of social pressure because I think there's the people that are fully behind you when you're doing stuff like this, which is a very small pool of people. You realize very quickly how small that pool of people is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be small, but you don't know how small.
Right.
Then there's the amount of people that don't get it. That might be small, maybe not as small. Hopefully, that don't get it, but they're like, okay, sure, like they're like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's this just ocean of people that are like, man, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is wrong with
What
you?
are you doing? Yeah.
And that's overwhelming because it's not a couple of voices. And oftentimes I think is more than a couple of those is voices we thought we respected, which because at least that has been our experience. And I'm like, I thought we had I thought we were on the same page.
Yeah.
We're not. So I'm just curious because I've gone through it and we've gone through it together. What was that experience like to you?
I feel like going back to what Angela was saying about stripping, like this time really stripped me of caring about what anybody else thinks. Like it brought me so close to God. And that is my number one desire and goal. Well, it is the desire and goal. It's the only desire and goal is to please his heart, right? And everything else will fall in line, and what doesn't fall in line is not part of his plan for me. And I'm okay with that. Like it doesn't it's something that I used to would have, felt shame or I would have tried to please that person in some way or whatever, but now I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. What about you?
For me, it was, well, first of all, those that don't know me, I'm very much the person, I don't really care what anyone thinks. I'm going to tell you how it is. It is what it is. But I was really shocked when I had people that I felt were leaders or people that were like brothers or sisters that like I could lean on, that like I thought genuinely understood and loved the way that I love.
Yeah.
For a light to be shined that it wasn't like that. I mean, I had people cuss me out, tell me off. I had people tell me I was a complete idiot and they didn't want anything to do with me because I was being so foolish. And along the entire way, it doesn't matter what anyone said. That's okay. I'm doing the work, doing what God wants me to do.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
Yeah.
But I lost friends.
Yeah.
And some of them were close friends. Some of them were just associates, which is perfectly fine. Before this whole mission and going on this way of trying to be aligned with his heart, God had already taught me I can be sufficed by myself. I don't have to have those people. But it was painful. It was painful to be doubted. It was painful. I mean, I had people question, are you sure you heard God? Because I've never heard God. And at first I would try to justify. Then I got to the point where it's like, okay, well, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And that would confuse people. And I am sorry they feel that way. I'm sorry that they've never heard God. Like, I hear God all the time. I mean, I've always heard God, except for when I was in my time of wilderness. Like, there's times where I didn't hear him, and that was scary for me. But I don't know. It's the judgment was real. It's so real. And we're not called to judge others.
Yeah.
You know, that's God's job.
Yeah.
We're called to love. And the worst judgment I got were from the people that understand that and have been taught that and learned that day in and day out. But I got the most judgment from them. And then I had people come alongside of me, you know, that were like, I don't understand what you're doing, but I think it's beautiful and I want to support you. And anything you need, call me. Well, I'm a pretty humble person and I don't usually ask for help. So I never called them and asked for help. But they're the people, they were also people that came up and they would seek me and find me and be like, hey, what can I do to help you? And I mean, I could have asked for financial assistance. We could have asked for help with doing this or doing that. And I never asked for that. What I would ask for was just pray.
Yeah.
Please pray. Pray for clarity. Pray for answers. Pray for provisions. Because like I'm big. I don't want to take from somebody else's means. Being a provider. I mean, that was the other thing that was humbling is in some of those people that did come alongside of me, God taught me not to take their blessings from them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, no, they don't have a lot, but God's using them to fulfill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I did most definitely see who were true friends.
I think that's one thing we don't talk about enough as missionaries is truly like the cost of the call. Like I think we often hit the you're away from family, like you're away from your culture, but like you guys are serving here within your culture, within like your community and stuff like that, which is a different aspect. And like there's still a huge cost to the call. And a lot of times that's relationships that people don't always understand because it's not the pathway that they're walking out in their lives. And I think we often, I mean, all of us do this, we judge based off of our own experiences. And so when your experiences don't line up with their experiences, it's like, what are you even doing? But I think it's part of the cost of the call is that sometimes people just won't understand. And that's okay.
Yeah. And I learned to be okay with it.
Yeah.
Because I was frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a few lunch meetings with people, and it was more of they wanted me to buy them lunch. And I was like, wait a minute. You know I'm unemployed.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not buying you lunch. And they're like, well, we're sitting here in like one place we went to Chick-fil-A. They're like, well, are you going to get me some lunch? I'm like, no, I'll buy you a drink.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, I'm unemployed, bro. I've been unemployed for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm relying on God. Like, if you don't want to meet to eat, we don't have to eat, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I don't.
Yeah. So,
like, this is what.
Yeah.
Where did you get this expectation from?
Some people are very just not aware. It's really interesting the nerve. How can I put this without cussing people out? It's really interesting how so many Christians are way more ready to speak against someone going into ministry, way more ready to do that than to pray out loud for a meal. Like if I ask, hey, have you heard of so-and-so? They suck right now. You don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, so Candace's shoulder hurts. Can we pray? Crickets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And that is always very infuriating to me.
me too.
Because it really bugs me. Using God, that to me is God's name in vain. It's using him as an excuse for your pettiness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't be like that. But so again, for clarity of the timeline, you guys wait for years for this to happen. You guys both here at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos starts. Then a couple weeks go by. You have the realization of I'm not getting a paycheck after you're done with your commitment at work. You do stuff here and there to supply. God provides in a couple times financially, but mostly through opportunities and through discounts and through like in very creative ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That are not obvious, but they're there.
Yeah.
But then now you have a job.
Yeah, but also before we go to that point,
Yeah.
there were times where I'm very handy with my hands. I'm able to fix things and build things, and I tried to do that to supplement income.
Mm-hmm.
And every single time, something would go bad with it, horribly bad with it, and I would not make any money, or I would make a penny for every dollar is what I would income off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like God teaching me a lesson, like, you cannot put your hands in it. I get the glory.
Yeah.
So after 4 or 5 times of that happening, it's like, fine, I won't do it no more.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't.
For me, my breakthrough in the same area like you're talking about was when he asked us to drain our savings. We only had like $1,000 in savings, which is nothing, especially as a homeowner. I'm finding out, but yeah, and I was so confused because I was like, but the Bible tells us like have a savings.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be reliant on people, and I mean there's a lot of wisdom in the Bible about having savings and not just winging it. And so I was very confused by that. And you told me something that it blessed me in this situation, has blessed me in many situations, which is you just need to worry about the patch of grass right in front of you.
Mm.
And that's carried over to multiple different situations, but I'm very thankful for that. And that was when the breakthrough happened for me, is when I finally was like, okay, God, here you go. Here's our savings. And then things started rolling, He started providing more. Like you said, when you finally realized, no, you cannot go earn money other ways, you know?
I love that because, like, I feel like the thing that the Lord has been teaching me so much in this season is exactly what you guys went through. It's what does it look like to be fully dependent on the Lord in literally every single area of our lives. And that means like laying down the safety net of our savings. Like, here it is, God, like it's yours first. Like, you're allowing me to manage it and facilitate it, but it's yours first. Here are my hands. Like, I could easily just go out and do whatever I wanted to do, but I'm saying, Lord, here you go. These are for you and for your glory. And I love that, like, that's the season that you guys have walked through and are walking through, because I think that's such an important thing in ministry that I think, like, a lot of times we try to ignore and just like, I can do this on my own. I can fundraise. I can go have these conversations about me, me, me. And the Lord is like, hi, I'm here. I literally have it all. You literally just have to ask me for it. And it's like, cool. So I watched this video the other day and I love this idea of like, it was this guy in business that he said, what changed my business was I sit down every single week and I have a business meeting with God. And I was like, oh, that is so good. Like, he said, I literally sit down and say, okay, God, like, what's the game plan? And I'm like, what if we all did that with our lives? Like, seriously, every single aspect of our lives, from our marriage to our family to kids to our jobs, like ministry stuff. Like, what if we literally sat down and had a meeting with God every single Monday? It's like, cool, God, beginning of the week, what are we doing? What's the plan? What are we doing here? And I'm like, that is amazing. And I truly believe that we will all thrive in that, of just full submission to the Lord. And like, I love that that's the theme really that I'm hearing for you guys, is just learning to live in full submission and full dependency on the Lord, because it's literally the best place that you can be in.
I think we all like to say, because that's all I was thinking hearing you two speak, is we all say, I mean, God knows I will do it. Like, God knows I will give. I mean, if he told me to give it to a homeless man, I'll 100% give him everything in my wallet.
Yeah.
You don't expect him to take you on it. Like, you really don't.
Yeah.
He's like, do it. You're like,
and then what he does, you're like, well, you're not supposed to hug me.
raise the heart behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You provide to them without me.
Yeah.
Okay, so literally, in literal complete surrender, there's not a penny that I get that didn't come through you first.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I started applying for different youth pastor positions, a few other churches, and then had a few churches reach out to me from across the United States. Met with them, talked with them, not unaligned with what they wanted, and did not feel moved to move across the United States. And then there's a mission that's starting up near us for troubled youth. And I've really been pulled to troubled youth. So I went on my way and found out how to meet these people. I met them, sat down, talked with the husband, and Jeff and I have become we're getting really close, and we've talked a lot, and they've been going through some stuff in their family. So I've been following up with Jeff and just, checking on him and his family. Well, one morning I just sent him a message and say, hey, brother, just, praying for you. I just feel God telling me I need to reach out to you. And he's like, things are getting rough, but we need to talk. There's something that's come up that I just didn't think about. It's like, when can you talk? I was like, whenever. I'm at home losing my mind. Call me.
Great.
So he calls me and he's like, Jeff is a very fast talker. And he's like, hey, so I'm on this board for the pantry at Hamilton Mill. And at first I didn't really know what he was talking about. I'm like, what? Okay. We're looking for an operations manager, operations director. I don't really know what the title is. But it just occurred to me that you would perfectly fit in this role.
Hmm.
And I was like, me? Pantry? What?
Mhm.
Operations manager? Maybe. And he's like, well, are you interested? I'm like, can I pray on it? And he's like, of course. And I prayed on it, and God was like, this is where I want you to begin.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, let's see what this looks like. So I redid my resume, sent it over to them. As they sent me what they were looking for, literally you go down the list, and every single item, I've got more than enough experience.
Hmm.
I check all the boxes and then some. But then they had like a section of like bonus stuff they were looking for. I checked all those boxes as well. Interviewed and went through their process, and that took 3 weeks, almost a month.
Dang.
Almost a month of interview and like being patient. And like right as I'm the Friday that they called me that morning, I'm taking my son up to the bus because it's pouring rain. And he gets in the car and he's like, "What's wrong, Dad?" I was like, "I'm just discouraged, man." I'm like, so discouraged. I'm like, it's been so many weeks. Like nothing's happening. Is it time to move on? And he's like, I don't know. That's a good question. And through all of this, our son has like been questioning, like, where are you at, Dad? I don't understand what's going on. And he's learning like how to be a man of faith, something I didn't ever learn. I had to figure out on my own. And he gets out of the truck and gets on the bus, and I'm pulling back down the driveway, and I get to the driveway, and I'm like, God, what do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do? I'm like, you can only be so patient. Is it time for me to move on and try to pursue something else? Because meanwhile, I'm getting all these notifications of different positions and stuff that are coming up that are looking for entry level. And I've not pursued any of them because he said, yes, this is where I want you. And I'm praying. I come in. I actually decide it's time to read the Bible. And I've been trying to read every day. And the way I've been pursuing that is I get my Bible, I place it down, I close my eyes, I pray over it, and I ask for the Holy Spirit to guide me. Sometimes God will tell me a book that he wants me to go into. Sometimes he'll tell me just open. Just open me. And wherever I open is where I go. And as I'm praying, he's like, I want you to read for pleasure. He goes, my word isn't in here for you today. My word is for you to give me one more day. Because at this point, I think basically what's going on is the board can't decide because they don't know me. So I'm like, all right, one more day. Cool, fine. 5:00 that evening, she gets off work. She calls me. She says, I'm not feeling well. I'm going to go to the doctor. I'm like, okay. Get off the phone with her. 30 minutes later, the executive director calls me and offers me the job. Reality hits the world, and we're in the hospital. Spend the weekend in the hospital. And now it's been 3 weeks since I've started at one of the best places that I could ever serve. I've never felt loved in a place like I've felt loved.
That's so cool.
Everything I do, it's rewarding and just in the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, we got our first paycheck. It wasn't a full paycheck a few days ago. And that was kind of exciting, but it's like, whatever. I'm worried about the money. It's rewarding to go in every day.
Yeah.
It's rewarding to see what I can do every day. And then Saturdays, like today, is the grand finale of the week. Like I get to finish the week seeing like all the hard works.
Yeah.
And what it serves the community.
So cool.
And I mean, y'all were in intake with me today. That's where we're checking people in. That's my first time doing that role. And that alone was rewarding. Just so to fun. Put faces to all these boxes that I helped pack and situate. It's just beautiful.
It's so good.
I feel the need to share something.
Tell us.
out of complete vulnerability and authenticity. Okay, so we kind of glossed over the fact we lost our oldest child 4 years ago, and we were always Christians. Like we always, we went to church, we did the thing, whatever, but that loss really catapulted us into a deeper faith than we could ever have known before. And it really catapulted us into a deeper longing to serve the kingdom.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that Justin started work the week of the 4th anniversary of losing Wade. And his first distribution day was on the 4th anniversary. And also, I have just finished writing a book, my first book. I'm still editing it.
What?
Finished it? We didn't know
I'm
this.
still editing and stuff, but like I'm done with the writing part.
You said it like you wrote a grocery list.
A lot. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
This is breaking news.
Yeah. So anyway, so all this stuff is happening at the same time, and also like the Lord just kept on putting the number 4 in front of me for some reason, and I just thought it was in my head or whatever. But I finally was like, God, what's up with this? So I kind of was like researching the significance of the number 4 and stuff, and I found that it's kind of like a number of completion in the Bible. Like you have your 4 corners of the earth. You have, of course, I'm blanking because I'm on camera. Anyways,
they have Google.
It's fine. It'll be okay.
Yes, the number of completion. I'm like, what does this mean, God? What does this mean? Like, because, well, something we can discuss later is there's no arrival, right? That's what I'm learning now. But I just really felt like he was saying to me, like, it's our 4th year, and in those 4 years, we have questioned and doubted and wrestled and turned around and given him our full hearts and our full desire and our full surrender. And he had Justin start that job that week, like as a reminder of his faithfulness and as a reminder of like, you have finally surrendered to me fully, and I'm going to be with you like I have been with you this last 4 years. I'm going to be with you going forward.
Yeah.
And, Justin says he felt this call 2 years ago. I'm saying he felt this call 10 years ago. And I'm his wife, so I know better.
Valid. True.
Yeah, you're wrong.
But yeah, I mean,
Always.
I think that us turning around and finding the Lord in a whole different way out of that loss really had a lot to do with him getting to the point where he was able to say yes. And so yeah, that's where that number of completion kind of comes in. And I don't know, I just felt like
That's
that is
so
awesome.
cool.
I think
Such a good word.
I think that's where I want to land.
Yeah.
Because I will have to go follow up later and just see how 6 months of ministry or what a whole year of ministry is. But I would love for you guys to, if you were to speak to a couple, just like you guys, they have a kid or kids, and this is not an easy calling. Just in preparation alone is horribly difficult, like we just talked about. What would you say to the couple watching this on the other side that are going to or are about to go through, and you guys are, I think, doing both. You guys are very encouraging in a realistic way of what God can and will do for you when you are obedient, but also I think you guys are confirming realistic fears. That this is what's going to happen. It's not going to be, oh yeah, everything is nice and pretty. And the whole world stepped up to help. No, God did. When a lot of the world didn't. So what's something you guys can say? there's not enough tape to share it all, but because there's too many things.
Yeah.
Probably I'd say like if you know in your heart this is what God's telling you to do, and He says it's time, trust Him.
Mm-hmm.
If you just take the moment and trust Him, it's worth it. Almost 5 months of chaos and pain and suffering is nothing compared to the glory that I've been able to fulfill and feel with Him, especially week 1.
Mm.
And I tell you, week 1, there's a lot of physical labor involved in what I do. My whole body still hurts, but it doesn't matter. It was worth it. It's worth every bit of it. It feels amazing. Just trust.
Well, I'm a person of practicality, so I would say actual physical steps to take and listen to me are put on the armor of God. You are going to face spiritual warfare, and you need to have backup. You need to have the word ready to fight back, to correct what you're hearing, because you will. And the next thing I would say is when I say full surrender, I mean do it like fully. Like Justin and I have come to a point where it's not a once a week business meeting. It's all day, every day. Okay,
Yeah.
God, what are we doing next? What are we doing? What's my next step? Whether it's am I cooking dinner or am I doing the dishes? It's that simple. But what's my next step? What are you going to have me do next? And in that, focus on the little patch of grass that He's asked you to do right here, not all the other things that need to be done. That's what's gotten me through. Yeah.
But both of you are saying, go for it.
One more thing I would say, God wants us to focus on now, not the past, not tomorrow. Focus on now. Every time I would start to look forward to what the past or the future would hold, that's when I felt like I opened the doors for the spiritual attacks. It's when I felt I would have the times of doubt. Just focus on that moment, make it through each moment. If you have trust in Him through each moment, I promise you, He's going to provide a way. And it's always going to be a way you'll never see. Almost every single time it is.
Yeah.
Do you have anything before I close this?
I just feel like I feel so encouraged by y'all's story. Like, thank you guys so much for sharing, because I feel like every missionary has their own journey with the Lord in getting there, but I think it all follows that same line. The Lord called and I said yes. And now I have to give Him everything, because I can be like the rich guy that came in and the Lord is like, you know what? Honestly, it's going to be easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle than it is for you to be able to do this thing, because you're so caught up with all the worldly possessions. But like that, we would humble ourselves to say yes in everything, even if that means I'm stripped of everything like Job was. But like my love for the Lord is solid. My love for the Lord is there, and we're going to keep on saying yes to Him every day. Like I love that that's been y'all's journey in this, and like it just encourages me, and I hope it encourages you as well. Like whether you are, just somebody that's in church and like looking to grow deeper in your relationship with the Lord, or whether you're somebody that's in ministry and constantly giving your yes to Jesus, like I pray that this would be such an encouragement to each and every one of you.
I've been talking about for a couple of years about this, but when we would meet, especially in this season, Justin and I think I said this to you a couple of times, it physically terrifies me to miss on what God has for me. Like if you tell me what's the scariest place, number one for sure is without God's presence. But this is why I hate the story of Jonah. It's not so much that he was disobedient, is that he's also remembers disobedience. he did amazing things for the Lord before that. Like he was a prophet in so many places, in so many ways, and all he's remembered by is as this walking bummer
Mm.
because he went out of his way, literally, to not follow him, and to be that to anyone, but especially to God. That sucks. It terrifies me, but because I know what's on the other side, and the other side is way more fun. And I'm even more encouraged in that way of thinking by seeing you guys. I'm very honored to call you guys my friends.
Yeah.
It's I wish everyone had friends like you guys with your faith, because it's you guys are witnesses to us, and I know that everyone that saw you, whether they were for you or not, there are a lot of seeds out there.
Yeah.
Just by living. And that's all that matters. At the end of the day, our fight is not against flesh and blood.
Yep.
But it really feels that way in the moment. So
Sometimes.
please check out. We're gonna leave the ministry links for you guys to check that out, especially if you live in the area in North Georgia, because it's a lot of great work that has been done. If you want to talk to Justin and Candace, I'm sure they will love that, so you can check them out. There's also Wade's Legacy. That's the what you call it, a ministry or a nonprofit? What would you call it?
It's purely donation based
Service. It's their service that they do to honor their son, and it's based on Legos. It's really fun.
Yeah.
And we can leave all those links so you guys can check it out, because it's worth at least checking out and following. And also, if you're in ministry and all this is overwhelming and you're in tears because maybe you relate to this, or maybe we gave you more anxiety, you can also talk to us.
Reach out. We'd love to hang out.
We're here for you, and we are very blessed to have gone through a lot of these things and also know a lot of cool people that are going through it.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. We love you. He loves you more. Okay, bye.
Catch you in the next one.